How's your lives, everyone? It's Eric Lehman coming at you with another episode, EML77 TV, episode 209. That's right, one work day left, that's tomorrow, and I'll be on vacation once again, taking the second of my 3 vacations. I already took one back in March, the week of St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to take the week of WrestleMania. WrestleMania weekend's upon us. It starts tomorrow at the first event of WrestleMania weekend, and that is NXT TakeOver New York. I've written down the matches, like I said. It's gonna be let's get right into it. I'm really excited about this. All right, we have here, and let's run down the card. So for those of the benefit you don't know, and here is the card. But I will do it like almost Todd Pettengill or something like that. The NXT Championship will be on the line in a 2 out of 3 falls match, as Johnny Gargano goes one-on-one with Adam Cole for the vacant championship. Now here's what happens. It was supposed to be Ciampa versus Gargano, but Ciampa suffered an injury. He had to get surgery on, and he wouldn't be able to compete. So he had to vacate the NXT Championship. So now, Johnny Gargano was one half of that main event, so he had to decide the other half in a fatal 5-way between Aleister Black, Ricochet, Matt Riddle, Adam Cole, and the North American champ Velveteen Dream. So Adam Cole won that one, and so it will be Adam Cole going one-on-one with Gargano for the NXT Championship. So it'll be in a 2 or 3 falls matchup. All right, and then we have the North American title on the line because of the performance by Matt Riddle in that 5-man matchup. William Regal decided to give Matt Riddle a North American title shot against the Velveteen Dream, who will be defending that title. Be very interested to see how that develops. The NXT Tag Team Championship is on the line. The War Raiders will defend the titles against the Dusty Rhodes Cup 2019 Classic winner. That would be Aleister Black and Ricochet. Aleister Black and Ricochet, the momentum has been on. They've been on fire ever since being called up to the main roster on both Raw and SmackDown Live. They were doing their thing. More on them in a minute. NXT Women's Championship will be on the line in a fatal 4-way, as I put the number 4 in parentheses, as Shayna Baszler will defend that title against Kairi Sane, Bianca Belair, and the Mae Young Classic 2018 runner-up Io Shirai. And that will be a heck of a matchup indeed. And the WWE United Kingdom Championship will be on the line as Pete Dunne, the longest reigning UK champion as of press time, will defend the title against the Austrian Oak himself, the ring general Walter, as it's pronounced, but it's Walter. So you want to get ready? You ready for my picks? You ready for my picks and predictions? I will analyze each matchup and see what we have here. All right, let's try. I gotta put it over here because I'm right-handed. If I like left-handed, people are like, you're right, you're on drugs, man. I've always had a sense of humor about myself. Anyways, let's go. NXT TakeOver New York. Here we go. Now, the NXT Championship. Now, Adam Cole's got an advantage because he may have, unless William Regal decides to ban the Undisputed Era from ringside, I see Cole winning it. But I see Adam Cole win it. But I want Johnny Gargano to win it. But Adam Cole could end up winning the title thanks to the Undisputed Era. Well, who knows for sure? And if Gargano wins the title, you'll probably see him hold that title until Ciampa comes back from his injury. So it'll be very interesting to see how that develops. The North American Championship's on the line. Velveteen Dream defends it against the original Bro Matt Riddle. Now I'm looking at this matchup and I went, gonna be a very interesting matchup. Now Velveteen Dream, a lot of people want to see him on the main roster. If that is to happen, I see Matt Riddle walking away with the championship. And I see Velveteen Dream. I'll tell you what, if Finn Balor wins the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, if he does, and that picks and predictions for WrestleMania will be tomorrow. A little bit more on that. I like to see Velveteen Dream come up on the main roster and challenge Balor. But for right now, let's focus on NXT TakeOver New York. Velveteen Dream defends the North American Championship against Matt Riddle. I like to see Riddle as the new champion. I think Matt Riddle will make a great North American champion. He's been ready for this. All right, the NXT Tag Team title situation. This gets interesting. Aleister Black and Ricochet have been riding a huge high because it just announced this past Tuesday night on SmackDown Live that the Usos will be defending their SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships in a Fatal 4-Way. Against whom? The team of Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. Against... what was the other team? No, Black and... against the Bar. And so the Usos will be defending the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships against the Bar, Rusev and Nakamura, and Aleister Black and Ricochet. This is their first WrestleMania match. So Aleister Black and Ricochet got the momentum in their favor. So if Black and Ricochet win this matchup tomorrow night, Black and Ricochet may go into WrestleMania and to become the first ever NXT Tag Team Champions to be part of WrestleMania. That is going to be huge. And if that's the case, no, I think tag team titles or not, they're setting the bar for NXT. Let's just say Black and Ricochet are NXT's bar. NXT answers to Sheamus and Cesaro. I believe now Black and Ricochet, but I'm picking the War Raiders to retain the titles because I think Black and Ricochet have been on a tear as of late. So the War Raiders will keep the championship, but Black and Ricochet, I think, could take a negative to a positive at WrestleMania. Now, a little bit more on that on tomorrow's episode when I do make my WrestleMania predictions, which is going to be insane. Okay, the NXT Women's Championship. Now, this is a tough call to make. It's probably one of the toughest calls to make. But here's some of these different scenarios that could happen. Baszler loses her title. Let's just say, I think it depends on what happens in the main event at WrestleMania, the winner-take-all women's triple threat match. It could be that, let's say Ronda loses and Charlotte lose their titles both to Becky Lynch. Ronda's going to say in her back of her mind that this is not over yet. I think it's going to kick up things a little higher. And if Ronda Rousey could be bad enough, could be evil enough to, let's just say, summon the rest of the horsewomen, I see Baszler losing the title here, and along with Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir moved up to the main roster and help out Ronda Rousey try to take down Charlotte and Becky Lynch and destroy them to become, so Ronda can get her title back. Or, a lot of people are saying Ronda's going to quit and be a family and all that. Who knows what's going to happen? And judging from the video that she made about, it's an April Fool's joke. I don't think Ronda's going to quit. I think it's going to be very interesting to see if that happens. So, but that's one scenario that could happen if the WWE chooses it, if Ronda wants to choose it that way or whatever. And here's the other thing: Kairi Sane could be ready for the main roster as well. I don't know. She could be a surprise call-up, add more oomph to the women's division as well. And with her being the former NXT Women's Champion and the inaugural Mae Young Classic winner, a lot of people love Kairi. That could help that out. Bianca Belair still got a lot room for improvement. I believe she'll be remaining NXT, as will be Io Shirai. And Io Shirai, though. But Io Shirai and Kairi Sane, if neither of them become women's champion, here's the thing. They could challenge for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Because remember what Sasha Banks and Bayley had said. They'll take on any team, on any brand. That could be a very interesting development. If you think about it. So, if, let's say, Sasha Banks and Bayley retain their titles in a Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania, can we see Io Shirai and Kairi Sane come up on the main roster as the Sky Pirates and challenge Sasha Banks and Bayley? They say they'll take on anybody from Raw, SmackDown Live, or even NXT. So, we got that. So, this was probably a tough call for me to make of who would walk out the NXT Women's Champion. Then you got the wild card and the dark horse in Bianca Belair. Could she walk out with the title? And that could, step up her. She could step up her game if she does. So this is a tough call to make. I'm torn between Kairi Sane and Io Shirai. I'm going to go with Io Shirai. I like Io Shirai. I think she's super cute. And she's super hot. She's gorgeous, trust me. I watched her fight Lucha Underground's Hito Kiri. Woman can go. Beauty, brains, and brawn. Hey, Kurt Angle has 3 eyes. Io Shirai has her 3 B's. Beauty, brains, and brawn. She's not afraid. And bravery. 4 B's. Bravery. Hey, I like Io Shirai. I say that the Genius of the Sky will be the new women's champion. Now, here comes the fun part. The United Kingdom heavyweight title on the line as Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, versus Walter. Walter's got the height and weight advantage, definitely. And that's on definitely his side. And Pete Dunne is the Bruiserweight, but I don't know if he's a cruiserweight limit or what. And it's going to be tough if I'm going to pick Walter to win it. Walter will be the new UK champion, and that could get the NXT UK. And Pete Dunne could be on either a Raw or SmackDown roster. Remember, the Superstar Shakeup is the week after. It's a week from this Monday too. I think everybody's forgotten all about that. So anything can happen at this rate. So these are my picks once again, and I will read them off to you. Cole Gargano, 2 out of 3 falls for the NXT Championship. I picked Adam Cole to win it because I pick Adam Cole to win it because of Undisputed Era could get involved. The North American on the line, the Velveteen Dream goes up to the main roster on the Raw or SmackDown. Remember, the Superstar Shakeup, anything's possible at this rate. The North American title, I picked Matt Riddle to win it. New champs. War Raiders, I picked them to retain the titles. Io Shirai walks out women's champ of NXT. And the NXT UK, United Kingdom Championship, Walter will be the new champion. I guarantee, not guaranteeing it, but these are my picks anyways. I don't know why I'm guaranteeing anything. I don't want, sorry about that, folks, but these are my picks. The picks are at the bottom, the matches at the top. And if you guys don't agree with my picks, I'd like to see what your thoughts on this matchup. Like I said, the women's division, the women's championship here is a tough call for me to make because who knows what happened? Who knows what happened? Because in my mind, this is my opinion, in my mind, I think Kairi Sane's ready for the main roster, and I believe in my mind also Ronda Rousey could call. Just like Adam Cole would call on the Undisputed Era for backup, Ronda Rousey could call on Shayna Baszler and the rest of the horsewomen, Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir for backup, and that could spark the full horsewomen war right there, possibly till SummerSlam or even Survivor Series. Anything's possible at this rate. People say, "Oh, Ronda's going to quit to start a family and all." We don't know that for sure. You don't know what's going. Nobody knows what's going through Ronda Rousey's mind. I know you saw the video with her playing the saxophone. That's an April Fool's Day joke. Yada yada yada. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens here. And so lots of different, like I said, when it comes to the women's division of NXT and the WWE main roster, different scenarios could happen. And after, Ronda could be figuring out, okay, Charlotte and Becky are going to be tough, but we all know who the real full horsewoman is. I think those, if they flash the 4 fingers, that could set Ronda off. That could be something. You never know. You never know what is going on. You never know. It's going to be totally crazy. All right. Just a little bit of an announcement to make. Breaking news from the WWE. Well, not only does the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles will be on the line in a fatal 4-way. Once again, it will be the Usos defending the gold. Everybody wants to see an Usos Hardys matchup, but that ain't happening. I was thinking, the Hardys call themselves the best, greatest tag team in all space and time. I think. I think the Usos got something to say about that. 6-time tag team champions. I mean, I want to see battle of brother teams. I want to see the Hardys and Usos go ahead. But instead, they decided to make it a fatal 4-way for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship. It'll be the Usos defending against The Bar, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev, and Aleister Black and Ricochet, believe it or not. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens in that matchup with Aleister Black and Ricochet being their first WrestleMania. They gotta be stoked. And the Revival will make their WrestleMania debut as they defend the Raw Tag Team titles against the unlikely contenders of Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. So this will be, I think, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, even though they have not been winning much, and Kurt Hawkins got a losing streak a mile long. Surprisingly, the Revival accepted the challenge. So could they have an ace up their sleeve, or are they underestimating Hawkins and Ryder? Hawkins and Ryder are former tag team champions when they were known as the Major Brothers. You know, so it'll be, or as the Edgehead, so it'll be something what the major broskies have up their sleeve, if any. So hopefully, so WrestleMania, I'm going to read down the card for you. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, featuring Michael Che and Colin Jost of Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update. That's going to be, I got lots to say on that on the next episode before I go to WrestleMania. Picks and predictions. WrestleMania Women's Battle Royals in. Falls Count Anywhere, Miz and Shane McMahon. No holds barred, and with Triple H's in-ring career on the line. Triple H going one-on-one with Batista. Roman Reigns goes one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. AJ Styles goes one-on-one with Randy Orton. WWE title on the line. Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan with Eric Rowan in his corner, for defense against Kofi Kingston. He's going to need a New Day in his corner to offset Rowan, unless all parties are banned from ringside in that matchup. Brock Lesnar goes one-on-one with Seth Rollins. Lesnar defending the Universal Championship. Intercontinental title line as Bobby Lashley will meet Finn Balor or the Demon King. Now who's going to show up? United States title is in question. I heard it's scrapped. But Samoa Joe would go one-on-one with Rey Mysterio if Rey Mysterio's ankle does not get better by this Sunday. Who knows? Samoa Joe could issue an open challenge. Cruiserweight title on the line as Buddy Murphy will defend against Tony Nese in his backyard. Women's Tag Team Championship will be on the line. A fatal four-way as the Boston Hug connection, Sasha Banks and Bayley, say that 5 times fast, will defend against the Samoan Slaughterhouse team of Nia Jackson, Tamina, the Divas of Doom, that would be Natalya and Beth Phoenix, the Hall of Famer, and the Iconics. Billy Ray and Peyton Royce, they're hilarious, although. 2 matches added to the card. It's the Wolf Tag Team Championship on the line. SmackDown Live, they'll be defended in the Fatal 4-Way. Like I said, the Usos defend against the Bar, Rusev and Nakamura, and Ricochet and Aleister Black. And the Raw Tag Team titles on the line, the Revival versus Hawkins and Ryder. And the women triple threat for the Women's Championship, winner take all. Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair will both defend their titles against each other, and Becky Lynch. So I will get more on the WrestleMania picks and predictions on the next episode. But I gotta talk about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the next episode, because I got something to say about that. And great idea. Putting it. All right, so that's all the time we have for NXT TakeOver New York. I will see you on the next episode where I'll talk about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, because I got a bone to pick with a certain announcer, so to speak. So you better tune in for that. And I will see you guys later. And then I will see you on the other episode while I talk about WrestleMania picks, 35 picks and predictions. I'm excited. I'm going to be on vacation next week. It's going to be great. So, final day before I go on vacation. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be insane. It's going to be awesome. All right. So, God's blessings to you all. Catch you on the flip side. Remember, pay attention. You might learn something. All right. I'll see you. Bye.